Hello and welcome to Titanfall Weekly, our weekly show on everything there is to know about Titanfall. I'm Lorenzo Valoria.
And I'm Hollander Cooper.
And Titanfall is out. We've been playing a whole lot of it, but we still want to look to the future. And today we're going to be talking about Titanfall 2 and what we want from it.
Yeah, I mean, the first, most obvious thing, and I know some of you are probably already asking for this, is this thing has to come to PS4 also.
Yeah, definitely. Like multi-platform, Xbox One, PS4, PC.
If you want to make last-gen versions, by all means, but at least those three. And if you're feeling really generous, I'm sure the Wii U fans would genuinely appreciate it. But if not, it's fine. But there's a lot more than multi-platform that we want from this thing. Yeah.
So let's talk about the campaign. I think that left a little bit of a desire in our heart of hearts.
Yes.
So what would you want from the campaign as an improvement?
Yeah, so if they don't want to do a single-player campaign, which I'm fine with, they really need to improve the method that they're doing a multiplayer campaign. And there's a lot of ways they can do this. My first pick would be giving the player some stake in the story, and that can be done as easily as making your six characters actual people. I mean, Left 4 Dead did it. You had four unique characters that all felt kind of different. They don't have to be as fleshed out as that, but even if you just give them names and have them have some dialogue and maybe make it so you're talking to them in the cutscenes, it would make you feel like you're the star of a story instead of the NPCs in some NPC story.
Right. Right now you're just a grunt. The story's happening around you. Whatever you do in the match doesn't matter at all.
You're the guy that gets shot by a guy with a shotgun when a door gets kicked down in a Call of Duty game. You're not the guy who kicks down the door.
Yeah, and I feel like in the campaign matches and stuff, they could really add more of those single-player, like Call of Duty style, like set-piece moments in the match. So you get a little hint of that at the beginning of the match. A bunch of specters and pilots are all running in the same direction. There's AI Titans running around. But as soon as you leave that first view, you don't see it ever again, and it's just team deathmatch.
Yeah, I think that they were worried about compromising the competitive nature of it, but in campaign mode, I don't care about that.
Who cares?
Like, let a giant ship crash in the middle of the battlefield, and honestly, take that stuff as a segue and pull that into the regular matches. Another thing that I think we both agree that would be better in Titanfall 2 is adding some kind of dynamic nature to the matches. Maybe that comes in the form of destructible environments. Obviously, it doesn't have to be on the level of Battlefield, but some kind of destructible environments. Yeah. Those giant fleshy AT-ATs, just romp on in.
Yeah, just have them walk through the middle of the map and, you shoot them down, lightsaber the crap out of their stomach or something, and they fall down in the middle of the match. That'd be pretty sweet.
Throw a thermal detonator inside, tie up their legs. There are a lot of things they can do. I mean, we see some of it with like you see an ogre jump on a ship and rip it in half in one of the beginnings of a match. Having that kind of stuff happen more often in matches in general would be really cool. I personally would like some kind of destructible stuff in there, maybe certain buildings. I mean, Battlefield gets away with having certain buildings destructible and other ones not, and that works out fine. So if they don't want the whole goddamn town to be leveled, I understand. But I feel like that would help a lot.
All right, so let's talk about the multiplayer. I think one of the things that was missing was a lot of modes, a lot of different types of modes, especially with the Titanfall gameplay. There's a lot of new stuff like the jumping into your Titans, doing the parkour, and I feel like they could have done a lot more with the mode types. We just get the standard team deathmatch, the standard capture the flag, domination. So what other modes do you think we want?
I have a few ideas. One is just pretty much rip off Battlefield's rush mode where you're capturing points and falling back. I feel like that with the parkour would be really cool because when you're running away, you have the running on the walls. You could also set up sentries to guard things. I think that would work out well. Another one that I've been thinking about for a while is something that takes advantage of the Titans but kind of empowers them, doing something like Super Titan or Uber Titan mode where each team gets one super powerful Titan, like 20 times the power of a regular Titan, and the other players don't get one right away, just to add some kind of element where you're all working together for a common goal. Because that's one of the things that Titanfall is kind of missing.
You're kind of doing your own thing all the time. You're only worrying about your Titan. You're only worrying about yourself, and your parkour awesomeness.
Yeah. Also, a MOBA mode. I mean, you have minions.
There we go. That would be awesome.
Something where, I mean, it doesn't have to be literally MOBA. You don't have to choose between 120 different pilots. But an element where there are defensive areas that the easiest way to get through them is to push a wave of your minions to it and destroy them. And the overall goal being destroying a base. That could just end up being a part of rush mode.
I feel like that could be like a two-sided horde mode almost.
Exactly.
It would feel like that. So you're fighting against all those minions coming at you, but there's also players on the other side. There's other Titans on the other side that you have to defend against, and you have like certain towers and stuff.
Speaking of other Titans, are there any other Titan types that you would like?
Well, definitely more than 3. How about, add some flying Titans or something?
Or at least hovering Titans.
Hovering
Jumping Titans or something. How cool would it be to
Have
jump a
them move
Titan
around.
onto a rooftop?
Yeah, or maybe like really tiny Titans that are basically just like little suits.
Yeah,
for
just barely
your pilot.
bigger than what you got.
And it just improves your abilities and stuff. Like something that would just like juice up your character a little bit more, and instead of having this giant Titan, because I really like to play the pilot a lot more than I like to be inside the Titan. So a mini version of that would enhance that would be super sick.
And sort of on that note, more customization with the pilots to begin with. Obviously, just physically. I mean, all the Titan or all the pilots look the same. I sometimes have a problem differentiating an enemy pilot from a minion. If that's the intent, that's fine. But I personally like my pilot to stand out and look a little cooler. You can have the male and the female, and they change depending on the weapons. But I don't think that's enough. Also, just more guns, more attachments. I don't think they have to go crazy and have like 100 guns, but more weapon types would just be nice, more creative ones.
Yeah, I feel like we're a little bit spoiled with Call of Duty because, they have like 10 million attachments for every gun, and then they have like 10,000 different camos for your gun and all this different customization and stuff. But it would be really awesome to have those kinds of things in Titanfall 2.
And even if it was just like, they don't need to have 80 different shotguns. They can still have one shotgun. But just, I mean, look at the Resistance games. They pull in all these crazy weapons, like weapons that look around corners, crazy lightning guns. Pulling in stuff like that for this game, I mean, it takes place in the future. There's really no rules. Technology in video games is basically magic. So just give me a wand. I don't give a damn. I feel like they could do cool stuff.
Have an attachment where you could have the smart pistol like homing thing on any gun.
Yeah, but it's the only thing you have. You have no grenades and nothing else. There are a lot of cool options.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But that's basically what we want from Titanfall 2. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And we have a question of the week for this week.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think the subtitle of Titanfall 2 should be. And don't just write Electric Boogaloo. That is lazy and that joke is tired. At least do Titanfall harder. It's a little nicer.
All right, that's it for this week. Be sure to like, subscribe, and do all those awesome YouTube things below. And we'll see you next time.
Should we tell them that we're probably not going to do the show anymore?
I don't know. It's a little tough. They might take it real hard.
Yeah. Maybe we can still do... What's that crackling noise?
After many decades of setbacks, scientists have discovered a way to fold space and time.